All right, in this lesson we're going to be solving word problems that deal with perimeter and area. So what is perimeter? Perimeter is the measure around a polygon. All right, so to find the perimeter of any polygon, we just add the number of sides. Add the length of each side. All right, to find the perimeter of any polygon, we want to add the length of all the sides of that polygon. So specifically for a rectangle, we can simplify that process by using this formula. Since the opposite sides of a rectangle are the same, we can just multiply 2 times the width of the rectangle plus 2 times the length of the rectangle, and that'll give us the perimeter of the rectangle. Area is the measure of two-dimensional space within the sides of a polygon. All right, so it's the measure of the surface of that polygon, the two-dimensional surface of that polygon. And the area of a rectangle is its length times its width, or its base times the height. All right, so we've got the following problems. As a rectangular garden is fenced on all sides with 256 feet of fencing. The garden is 8 feet longer than it is wide. Find the length and width of the garden. Now, we don't have to write a let statement because we have a picture. But if you did, you could just let L be the length and W would be the width. And again, the perimeter of a rectangle is 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. We actually have the expressions for the length and the width already in the figure. So we replace P with the perimeter, 256. The length is W plus 8, so we replace the L with that, and the width is just W. All right, so we distribute that 2 into everything in the parentheses. We get 2W plus 16. Then we combine the like terms. 2W plus 2W is 4W. Then we want to isolate the term with our variable in it by subtracting 16 from both sides. That'll give us 240 equals 4W. Divide both sides by 4. And we get W equals 60. All right, so our W represents the width, so the width is 60, and the length is 60 plus 8, or 68. Again, the expression for the length was W plus 8. We just solved for W, so we got 60 plus 8 for the length. All right, so the length is 68 feet, and the width is 60 feet. All right, next, it says clarify just enough fencing to enclose either a rectangular garden or a triangular garden as shown. The two gardens have the same perimeter. How many feet of fencing did she buy? So we want to write 2 expressions for each one of those perimeters. So let's start with the rectangle. Again, the perimeter of the rectangle is 2 times the width plus 2 times the length. The width, as they give us in the figure, is 3x minus 3, so 2 times that quantity. The width is x minus 3, so 2 times that quantity. And we want to also write, let's simplify that expression first. The right side of that equation, we get 6x minus 6 plus 2x minus 6, and then combine the like terms. 6x and 2x is 8x, negative 6 and negative 6 is negative 12. Now we want to do the same thing for the perimeter of the triangle. Again, to find the perimeter, we just add up all the sides. So 2x minus 1 plus 2x, the bottom side, plus the right side, which is 2x minus 1. All right, so we're going to combine the like terms. We get 6x, 2x plus 2x plus 2x is 6x. Negative 1 plus negative 1 is negative 2. And then next, we're told that the two figures have the same perimeter. So we just set those 2 expressions equal to each other since they have the same perimeter, and then solve for x. All right, we want to get the variable on the same side by subtracting 6x from both sides. That'll give us 2x minus 12 equals negative 2. Add 12 to both sides to isolate the term with our variable. and then divide both sides by 2 to get x equals 5. All right, and we make sure that we're answering the question that the problem asks. The problem in the passage is how many feet of fencing did she buy? So we want to find out what is the perimeter. What is the perimeter? We shouldn't stop at x, finding the value of x. We now have to take that value of x and plug it into either one of the equations for either the perimeter of the rectangle, or you could plug it into the perimeter for the triangle. I'm going to go ahead and plug it into the perimeter of the triangle since it's already down there at the bottom. 6 times our value of x, which is 5, minus 2. All right, 6 times 5 is 30. 30 minus 2 is 28. All right, and we would have gotten the same thing if we plugged it into the perimeter for the rectangle. 8 times 5 is 40. 40 minus 12 is still 28. So she needs to buy 28 feet of the fencing. All right, last example. The area of a field is 117 square centimeters. The width of the field is 9 centimeters. What is its length? All right, so we need to remember that. Well, we're going to draw a figure to replace our let statement. So a figure is not provided for us, so we're going to just draw our own rectangle. The length is the longer side, the width is the smaller side. We're told the area is 117. We're told the width of the field is 9, and we're trying to solve for the length. So we're going to let L be the length of the rectangle. And we remember from a couple slides ago that area of a rectangle is its length times its width. So we're going to replace the area with the value that was given to us, 117. And we're going to replace the width with the value that was given to us for the width, which is 9. And then to solve for L, all we have to do is divide both sides by 9, and we get 13. So the length is 13. So we should make sure you always include the units. So 13 centimeters is actually going to be the length. The length of the rectangle is 13 centimeters.